everybody, live on WBZ. We're taking you to the mayor's Pat's Parade press conference.
Today from Boston Police, Commissioner Finn, from Boston Fire Department, Commissioner Finn Docker from Transportation, Chief Hooley from EMS, Chief Green from the MBTA Police, Ken Brissett from Special Events, and Shemaine Benford, Chief of Emergency Management. And the speaking today is going to be the Commissioner Gross is going to speak, and Chief Green is going to tell a little bit about the MBTA. So we'll cover both sides of what's going on tomorrow. I want to first of all just congratulate the Rams on a great season. The mayor of LA is a good friend, Eric Garcetti, and I saw him on Saturday morning, and he was talking a little trash. We both went back and forth. There was no bet. We talked a little trash, and during the game, you know, his texting to me got less and less and less as the game went on. So I want to congratulate you, Eric, for a great season. Seriously, but honestly, here in Boston, you know, yesterday's game was pretty. If you're a football fan and you like defense, it was an amazing football game. And Coach Belichick, to him and all the players, Julian Edelman, the MVP, obviously the greatest quarterback ever, Tom Brady, and the Kraft family and the entire organization. I want to congratulate them on their sixth ring. It's certainly a definition of resilience, and it's something that does inspire everybody on making sure that you stay on top of your game. I want to thank everyone for celebrating responsibly last night, or mostly everyone. We'll talk about that in a minute. I want to give a special shout out, and we said this on Friday, to the police department, the fire department, EMS, for all their work in making sure that the city people were safe out there. And most of the people that went to work on Sunday were ordered to work. You know, they were ordered to make sure we had extra security and extra protection inside the city of Boston, but also making sure that we kept our neighborhood safe as well. We only had one arrest, and it was not a young person from Boston. So we're asking. We're saying to all our fans, in all seriousness, just like our Patriots, we showed the world what Boston's all about. We win with class. We celebrate with class. And part of our celebration of our team is showing respect for the city of Boston and the city that you go to school in, or you live in, or you work in. We're asking people, we asked people on Friday, we're asking you again to respect one another, respect our streets, respect our parks, respect our neighborhoods as the rally goes through the city of Boston tomorrow. I want to be very clear that on those duck boats are going to be families, kids. The Patriots are going to bring their families with them and the young people with them. Watching the parade are going to be kids and families. So we're asking you, do not throw things. Do not throw beers. Do not throw anything at those boats. We don't want to see anyone get hurt while they're in town celebrating and watching a parade. We had an unfortunate incident during the Red Sox parade where somebody threw a beer and it hit the trophy and Alex Cora, and that's something that we do not want to see here in the city of Boston. So the deck boats are going to be fired up. The Victory Parade is going to start at 11 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to start at the Heinz Convention Center, and it's going to end here at City Hall, in the front of City Hall. We're not going to have a rally here on City Hall Plaza for a number of reasons, but one is really about making sure that our public safety officials aren't overworked in the sense of what happened this weekend, and also just logistically, a lot of the players head back home after the rally tomorrow. That's kind of their last official event, and they get a chance to go and enjoy their summer starts tomorrow. So we're only going to have a parade. If you need any details on the parade, we're asking you to go to boston.gov/Patriots Parade. We're going to have some street closures and parking restrictions along the parade route, so we're asking people to plan accordingly. We'll reopen each street when it's safe to do so. So as the rallies go by, as the rally gets out of that particular area, starting at the Heinz as it goes down, we'll start to open up streets slowly but surely as the rally goes through the city of Boston tomorrow. We also want you to know, if you want to find a full list of street closures and parking restrictions, boston.gov/Patriots Parade. Boston.gov/Patriots Parade, where you'll find all of our street closings. Our number one priority is safety. Our law enforcement agencies have been working together to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Every single person has a role to play. First, we're asking people to leave your car at home. It'll be very difficult to drive around the city of Boston tomorrow and be able to navigate your way. So if you leave your car at home, take the MBTA. Chief Green will talk a little more about the MBTA. We're asking people to walk, ride blue bikes, come on in town if you like. The parade's also going to be broadcast live on TV. I think almost every station's probably carrying the parade tomorrow, so you can watch from home as well if you can't make it into town tomorrow. And I want to just remind everyone that public drinking will not be tolerated. There is absolutely zero public drinking on the streets, and also smoking marijuana in public is illegal as well, and that will not be tolerated either tomorrow, because a lot of people bring in their kids, and they don't need to be seeing people drinking and smoking marijuana on the sidewalks. This is a family event. Many kids. We're asking everyone to set a good example. Boston Police and their partners will be out in numbers to make sure that everyone is safe and has a great time here in the city. And if you have any questions about anybody, the weather's going to be perfect tomorrow. So we're not dealing with snow, we're not dealing with freezing cold weather, but we will have plenty of emergency personnel out on the street, whether it's a firefighter, police officer, EMT, in any type of jurisdiction. Just ask them if you need any help tomorrow. And if you see something, we're asking you to say something. If there's something out of the ordinary that doesn't look right, we have no threats for this parade tomorrow, but if something looks out of the ordinary, we're asking you to let us know. It's incredible to be mayor of a city where victory parades have become the norm. And I jokingly came in a minute ago talking about, a couple years ago, we're in here every single couple of days for a press conference on snow, and this is our second parade now in I think 98 days, second World Championship parade. So it's exciting. The fact is, we've been here before. And we're ready for tomorrow, so are the fans, and the fans are excited and ready for tomorrow. Again, I just want to say congratulations to the New England Patriots for an incredible season. Congrats to all the fans who never gave up on the New England Patriots, and remind the whole world we're still here. So thank you very much. And I'm going to turn the podium over to Bean Club now. Thank you.
Still here.
Commissioner Gross.
Thank you, Mayor. Wait for it. Congratulations to the New England Patriots, the best team on earth. 6 Super Bowl rings. 6. And you're right, Mayor, we are still here. And with that being said, we're going to need a bigger box for one more ring. And we're going to need some more new patches. That says 5. Just to let everyone know we're still here. As the mayor alluded to, this is a family event, folks. We've been here before. This is our 6th championship parade, so please act responsibly. The route that we're going to take from the Hines will be along Boylston Street to Tremont Street, to Cambridge Street, then to New Chardon Street, and then onto Congress Street. There will be no rally at City Hall. So as the duck boats go through, we don't need everyone rushing to City Hall Plaza because there will be no rally there. The duck boats will keep going. We're expecting well over 1 million folks. A family event, no public drinking, no smoking of marijuana. Just because you like the smell doesn't mean a little kid does. We always ask you to apply common sense, especially to a family event where we want everybody to celebrate responsibly. So please don't throw alcoholic beverages at the duck boats. The next statement I have to make is for the parents. Every time we have a parade, there are several that come into the city that are teenagers, young men and women that are already inebriated. And as Chief Hooley can tell you, they're often taken to the hospital. This is your bloodline, and your responsibility is to continue that. So please, if your children are coming into the city, make sure that they don't have alcoholic beverages, and sometimes they disguise the alcohol by putting them in containers that are for soda or water bottles. Again, we've been here several parades, and every time we've had to take several teenagers to the hospital. So we're just asking parents to do their part, please. The deployment of officers will be in 6 zones covering from the Hines Center all the way to New Chardon and Cambridge. And that's to make sure that everyone enjoys a safe and a festive parade. You'll see uniform officers, but we'll have plainclothes as well. And we'll have officers deployed not only along the parade route, but also throughout the neighborhoods of Boston, as we did last night. I'd like to thank everybody who celebrated responsibly last night. 98% did, but one young man from LA didn't. I don't know if he has never seen a tree before, but he was drinking in public and damaged a tree in the Commons. So he was arrested, as well as for disorderly, and another young man from Pennsylvania was summoned in for disorderly conduct. No drones as well. They're not permitted in the airspace, and we don't want to see them along the route. And as the mayor alluded to, please use public transportation or another means. You know, it's going to be pretty crowded, and the street restrictions have been posted. I spoke with Commissioner Fiandaca. Everything's posted online, and as well, you can see the postings on bpdnews.com. So thanks, folk. I'm going to thank you in advance. We've been here before, so let's show the rest of the world again that we know how to party responsibly. Now, over to Chief Green.
Thank you, Commissioner.
You've been listening to Boston Police Commissioner William Gross, and before him, the Mayor of Boston, Marty Walsh, talking about the excitement planning a Patriots parade in the streets of Boston. But of course, this has happened before, and they got real there, Liam, with some tough talk about what will not be tolerated on the streets of Boston.
Celebrate responsibly, they say. We're watching the team buses make their way from TF Green Airport to Gillette Stadium, where they will be met by a crowd. We will have it all for you tonight. WBZ News at 5. Have a great day until then, everyone.